Hey everyone, and welcome back. It's Drew from Unorganized Play, and we are on I think we're on update 7. Depends how far where you are in the videos. On this video, doing a little bit different. Don't worry, I was doing a couple pack openings. I know you guys love that, but uh, that's for a little second for now. I'm going to talk about the experience I had at a regular store tournament at Fantasy Bay in Bayonne, New Jersey. So, I decided to do Hody Jones, Meme Jones, because one, I had the deck built. Also, um, I pretty much had the deck built, and it looked like a lot of fun to play. So I was like, all right, let's go Leroy Jenkins, Hody Jones. And this is the deck that I brought. And so, obviously we have the two Zoros on the top end, the Hody Hyozos, the promos from the Pirate Pack, from the Pirate Party, four Hody Jones, four Arlongs, four Hyozos, uh, three Aladines, four Camis, three Papags, four Icaros, four Zeos, three Fisher Tigers, three Dosons, three because the side of justice would be whatever side which wins. I'm sure I bastarded that, but we'll just say because the side of justice. Four Darumas, one Ark Noah, and one Vanderdecken. For that tournament, I faced first round. I went against Zoo Zoro. Uh, couldn't put enough defense up. I was really digging for my Ark Noah and I couldn't find it. I feel one Ark Noah at the right time. I could have just flipped the game, but uh, unfortunately it did not work out. Couldn't last long enough to put any of my top end stuff. In my mid range stuff got taken out pretty quickly. My second game I was against Boa Hancock, and by the power of math, I mathed it out just exactly where I hit him, and I got that win. Um, And then my final match was against Lucci. I didn't like my odds in it. He cleared my board pretty fast, but I believe I got him down to 2 life. Um, Skilled player. Actually, they're all skilled players. Well, more skilled than I am, right? But the Lucci player seemed to be playing a lot. He seemed like he's getting back into playing. He looks like he got a job. He got busy. He was just talking about it. Community's awesome, by the way. He was just talking about their whole life experiences, and he was just giving me hints. And he respected the Hody deck, knowing that even though it's more of a rogue slash jank deck, it can do a lot of damage if you're not paying attention, or if you think you already have the game in the bag. Uh, what else happened during that after the little tournament? Because it was only 3 rounds. Because there was only four of us, so it's just round robin. I stood around the shop and I waited for my friend Jared to come. I gave him the Reiju deck I told you guys I was building for him, and we played a couple of rounds. He learned the game a little bit, and he's been seeing it in the background, but he does not have a deck of his own. So I gave him a Raiju deck because I already had. Well, technically I built him a Raiju deck, so I gave him the Raiju deck, and we just ran a couple of rounds between my Hody deck and the Raiju deck that I gave him because those are the only two decks I had on me today. And he really enjoyed the game, and I feel with Raiju it really played to his playstyle. After the first game, he pretty much knew what he had to do. He had the mechanics of the deck down, and he seemed to really enjoy it. And he's like, "Oh, this is great because this plays really straightforward and very like ramp rush type of deck with Reiju, which is what you do. You either win big, or if you can't make it to the end, you stall out. That's it's pretty much all or nothing essentially at a point. Um, After the tournament, uh, I didn't buy any packs. They didn't have any packs available. I did get a Beppo as the little uncommon or common that I got. I was going to save it to open it now, but I completely forgot. I was just waiting for my friend, and I just popped it open. I'm like, oh crap. Um, Changes that I'm going to make to the deck. Oh, I finally started watching One Piece, but the live action. So I'm 2 episodes in. I like it. It's a live action of an anime, but I think the acting's pretty okay-ish, and at least I have a vague idea of who the characters are. So it's giving me a little bit more backstory condensed than if I'm watching the whole series. Although I have been watching clips here and there. I've also sort of broken down. At first, I thought I was like, I'm just gonna play games in real person. I'm not a big sim guy. I downloaded the sim literally 2 days ago, and I've been nonstop playing it any moment that I can to practice my Hody deck. And I've actually made a couple of adjustments to the Hody deck. Just I played with some of the ratios that I felt a little bit more comfortable. So one of the first things that I did, I think, let's see here, is this in order? It is not in order. I believe one of the first things I did was I cut the Papags, and one of the reasons why, funny enough, is because they're an animal subtype, and so Cammy can't search them out, which means if I don't hit on my counter, I just completely miss them. And also, I can't discard it or put them into play with any of the Merfolk or Fishman subtype that runs throughout the whole deck. So for Icaros, I can't use them. For Aladdin, I can't use them. I can't even throw him away to Van Decken. So Van der Decken, sorry. So I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna cut him out. I'm gonna miss the extra counter, the extra essentially 1K plus. So what I ended up doing was I also dumped the Ark of Noah, and I beefed up the Van der Decken. Nobody's really expecting it, so coming from green, that removal on a rested character with no real restriction besides it being rested, it's pretty strong. So I decided to run 2 of those. I believe I went to 4 tigers. I added, I dropped, I believe, 1 or 2 of the Hyos, and I added in instead the Jinbeis, the Fishman Jinbeis. We can eventually kick it up to, of course, the regular Jinbei, which I should turn my camera on. So he is a 4-cost 6. Actually, we can probably pop off this screen now, and of course we're gonna hit my box and everything in the way. 4x6 Jinbei. I only had 2 in my box. Yes, I ordered 3 of the promo because the promo from I believe one of the store tournament packs has a 2K counter. It's essentially the same thing with a 2K counter, which obviously is a lot stronger. And I noticed that, okay, so I need a little bit more counters, and that's why I added 2 of those in. Also added 1 Hachan because that's all I had in my box. He's a 4/4. Let me just actually get this right. He's a 4/4, but the more important part is that he has a 2K counter. And then I just started hitting the sim. I think I went to 4 Aladdin or 4 Dosun. It was one of these where I beefed up the numbers after I did the little bit of drop in the papags. And mainly because I'm able to crap out the smaller guys at 3 drops. Between Aladdin and Icaros, I can always hit one of the 3 drops, either the Ruma or Dosun, and that just became way more consistent. I've actually been winning a good amount of games on the sim. I mean, they're not ranked or anything, but I've been going against a huge variety of decks between Dofi, Bo Hancock. I had a little bit hard time against Vegapunk. I got to get my rhythm down on when to attack more on that. I haven't faced, I think I faced the Prone. I didn't do well against that one, but that's mainly because I totally skipped my turn, getting too anxious and clicking my turn out. And that totally pretty much blew my chances of trying to claw back the game. The Hody deck is strong in the sense of you can, let me put that back. There's so many hidden tech cards in this deck, and you know, you've obviously seen people that have been way more skilled go talk about this deck. And there's so many little tricks that you do, especially on a turn where you're going for lethal. A lot of people, because almost all game you've been resting your Hody in order not to take damage and do all the extra abilities. On a turn when you have 1 or 2 life and you're going for lethal, don't even bother turning Hody. I go for pop in a Dawn, and I swung him in, and then you just start popping all your abilities and take all of the life back onto yourself. And it's that 1 extra attacker. I've definitely snuck through a couple of games that way. And people are expecting you to play a little bit cagier, a little bit safer. Zoro, I have not come across all hard removal. I started learning to maybe don't do all 3 attacks on Zoro because your opponent's literally just going to load up on Dawn and kill your 9 threat. Instead, I just go for 2 solid swings of either 10 or 11, clear the board, or hit life, and then just leave myself standing or active. That way the opponent can't attack me. Most removal cards, especially like Gravity Blade and whatnot, are going to get rid of most of this deck. As you do see that a lot. But other than that, I mean, alright, cool. They can get rid of my 3s and 4 costs. I see there's so much break on this. This is no longer here. The Ark Noah is no longer here, but everything else is not high end. So they're burning a lot of their spells and abilities. I say spells, but a lot of their events and abilities just to get rid of all this low end stuff that doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're dropping, when Icaros is dropping two bodies at a time. When Hyuzo, even when you drop him, you can just use activate his ability purely to rest a character, and nobody's really expecting that. I've had Cammy, also MVP Cammy, knock out their smaller characters or some of their blockers, depending how strong they are, by resting with Hyozo and Hody and simply attacking with a donned up Cammy to knock out their little 1 and 2 drops or their really cheap no strength blockers. They definitely don't expect that, because then they have to invest more just to keep that blocker alive and thin out their hand. So those are my thoughts on that. And although I did at Fantasy Bay end up buying, at the store tournament, I ended up buying a pack. You should note that I revised this deck of Hody Jones in order to go to another tournament right before I leave to Korea next week. I have a tournament on Sunday. This one seems to be a little bit bigger. I think 11 or 12 people signed up, so decent size. I've got a lot more practice, and I'll keep practicing in the next 2 or 3 days leading up to the tournament. I'll let you guys know how that goes. Hopefully there's some sort of product. If not, maybe I'll zoom into the Mitsuwa, try to sneak into another tournament right before I leave. And so here we go. I know you guys dying for that Lorcana. That's all they had, so I really can't complain. Yes, I do have One Piece stuff. We'll talk about that in 2 seconds. Here comes the Lorcana cards you guys were waiting for. So like I said, Jared was with me. I gave him the pack, and as we're both leaving, he bought a couple Lorcana and Magic packs. He hit pretty well. Nothing crazy, but at least essentially making up his money on that. And I supported the store. I bought like a plushie or something. Not, you can't see the Gengar now. Somebody else gave me that Gengar. But any place you go, you should support your local stores. They're holding events, and if they're not, they're just meeting places. Very fond memories. Okay, wait, am I opening up backwards? I don't actually know which way I'm supposed to open up the. It's been so long because I've opened Lorcana. Okay, so these start with the commons. So Shimmering Skies is one of the newer sets. Let's see, are we going to get anything good out of this? Or besides, can we get good framing? I know, it's asking too much. Potion's Knight. I said, I'm not too sure what I'm looking for here. The shinier, the better. The full art, the better. I just bought the pack because it happened to be there. Okay, I think that's a legendary. And Prince John. And a Robin Hood. Okay, so I'm unsure on the cost of those. But they aren't one of the super big ones. But I know, you're not here for the Lorcana content. If you were, you'd be watching Jared or Panda. This week also, as I was looking up the Bandai app, I noticed that there was actually a game store that holds events, but unfortunately they do it more towards the middle of the week. That's only a couple blocks from my house. I never noticed it, and then I realized one of the reasons I never noticed it was because there's a liquor store next to it. And late at night, I go to the liquor store, and that store's closed, so I never actually stopped by it. Till one day I stopped by a stoplight, and I'm like, is that a gaming store? Well, turns out it was a gaming store. So I visited the store, very nice, very cozy, and it's called Recognize, and I decided to pick up a couple packs. These were retail, so $5 a piece. I'm not a super big fan of Two Brothers, but so I picked up 1 pack of Two Brothers and 2 Legends. I keep calling it Two Brothers, and 4 packs of 500 Years in the Future. And here we go. We're gonna, I don't know, I like cracking packs. But as always, like I said, I talked to the shop owner, a very talkative guy, a very friendly guy, telling me about his experience. He said he's been there 6 years. And I was like, well, it's really cool. I mean, I'm going to try to stop by for events whenever I can, or at least try to pick up some product. They have a lot of cool stuff in there. I really had to stop myself from picking up anything named Gengar. I'm a big Gengar kick. I think I've mentioned this many a time. Okay, so it's not a leader pack, because there's no leader on the back. Alright, do we get anything remotely useful to me? I don't even think I'm looking for anything in particular out of this. Okay, Weevil. Katakuri. Oh. Never mind, it's not. Okay, well, there's a Pedro. Yay, Pedro. You know what? I'm not going to say it. It was looking once you see the leader, it's like all hope is drained. Pedro's not bad, nothing crazy, but like I said, I love the color blue. I was gonna say blue. Well, blue is one of the colors I do like, but I like the color green, so anything green is money to me. Obviously, since I'm playing Hody, I do like a little bit of rogue-ish decks. Alright, 500 Years to the Future, Pack 1. There's a Papag we have been throwing out. We threw out of our deck. Can we? Leader. Alright. Alright, so we hit 1 leader pack. 1 leader pack down. I'm not sure too much. Well, I mean, unless it's some crazy parallel art, I don't think there's anything too nuts about these packs. And I can tell my blade's growing dull because that did not cut remotely how I wanted it to. So there's that. How is everyone else doing on their journey of One Piece? Is everyone going through their through the paces? Everyone going through the tournament scene? Are people calming down till we hit OP09? I'm super excited for that. The starter deck's coming at the end of the month. Yeah, we're in October, so 20-ish days. Pretty excited for that. Got a Croc. Okay, Perfume Femur. Jinbei. Okay, it's like they want you to build Dofi there. Not bad. Jinbei is always super useful. Perfume Femur. Also pretty useful. Also in other news, I found out, I was talking to my friend about the store, and he told me that some of my other friends that I haven't hung out with in a while have actually been playing One Piece. They kind of just went into hibernation because product was so hard to get. But now that it's kind of stabilized, I hit them up and they said, "Oh, let's hang out after you get out of the tournament. Let's play a couple of games." So I'm very excited. I definitely sent a Dawn Flying. And I can't wait to play casuals with them. I've known them for a while, and I know they love to play games. They've been playing a lot of Magic, a little bit of Lorcana, Leader Pack, Law, Lucci, Dawn Pack. At least we got some Dawn. Although I'm pretty sure that Law has been going into a lot of Dofi decks. I think that so far everyone's pretty hyped up for Dofi coming out. The new one of the stronger starters. But all of them look good. I mean, granted, if you're looking at straight competitive, that's a whole different ballgame. Oh, wait, did we catch a glimpse of something? Here we go, guys. I think I saw something. It's not a leader. Okay, let's go. Can we hit gold? Gina. Mass Deuce. We're going to clean the One Piece. Sanji. Okay, not bad. Actually, not horrible. I can always use the Sanji. Alright. That's it for now, kids. Oh, wait. I forgot what else I bought. I bought a deck box, because you always need deck box. I saw this, and I'm like, I gotta own this. The Farmer zombified version. Not bad on our packs. Nothing crazy, but definitely cards I'm just going to appreciate. Sanji's going to be good. Maybe that'll get donated to Jared's deck or to my version 2. Well, my Reiju deck is going to shift some stuff around. Going away to Korea. Hopefully I'm going to pick up some Dawn because I think Asia locked Dawn is a little bit cooler looking. If I'm just playing casuals and stuff, I know that in higher level tournaments it's kind of frowned upon or not allowed, but if I'm playing casuals, I want really fancy Dawn. I know that the cards aren't allowed and stuff like that. And so that's what I'm looking forward to. Try to get as many games on Sunday as I can because I'm off next Thursday for most of October, and then come back. And I land, and then the next day I'm in a store tournament, my local store tournament. So I can't wait to play some more. I'm going to be playing on the sim like crazy. Understand all the matchups I can possibly do, especially into black, which Lucci's the deck to beat, so you're going to encounter, no matter where you are, a Lucci, you might as well start practicing a little into them. And that's it for me. Like I said, I'm 2 episodes in of the live action, and I've been enjoying it and watching a bunch of clips, and sort of trying not to go too deep into the hole of learning every little thing about One Piece, but Till then, guys, it's Drew, and that was a quick little run through of both my deck playing, and the cards I got. Hopefully there'll be one more after Sunday. I'll try to record something on Monday or Tuesday and release it on telling you how the games went, and if I got into a secondary tournament at the Mitchell store, or if I just how casual went with my friends. Till then, guys, thanks for watching. It's Drew, and have a good one. Bye.